Let's talk about one of the biggest pitfalls Excel users have faced for the last, 25 years. Let's say we have a range of data in our worksheet. Let's use range A2 through A9 as an example. Then we do something with the range. Maybe we use it in a pivot table or a chart, or maybe we have a formula that uses the range, such as a sum function to add up the values, shown here in cell C2. The sum function works, we save the workbook, close it, and life is good. Until next period. We open the workbook to update it. We add new data under the range, starting in cell A10. Now, let me ask you a question. Is this newly entered data included in the sum function? As you already know, the new data is not included in the sum function since it was entered outside of the function argument range A2 through A9. Unfortunately, the sum function doesn't automatically update itself to include data that the user entered under the range. In fact, anything in Excel that uses the original range does not automatically update itself to include the new data, including pivot tables, charts, or other formulas. And this is a huge problem for Excel users. It creates errors and inefficiencies. What do you mean, Jeff, errors and inefficiencies? Errors because the sum function doesn't include everything that it should, and that's an error. So we need to go update all worksheet formulas that reference that range, and that's inefficient. Starting with Excel 2007, Microsoft addressed this issue in a wonderful way with the introduction of tables. To use the table feature, you start with an ordinary range of data, and then you convert it to a table or table object. It's easy to do. Start by selecting any cell in the range, and then use the Insert Table ribbon command. Or, if you prefer keyboard shortcuts, use Ctrl-T. Once you've converted the ordinary range into a table, you get access to many special properties. First, the table name. Each table is named, and you can reference the data within the table by using the table's name, rather than traditional A1 style range references. Next is auto expansion, and, oh yes, it's as cool as it sounds. Tables automatically expand as new data is entered. That's right. If you type or paste new data immediately under or to the right of a table, it will automatically expand to include the new data. Any formulas that use the table's name will automatically include the data, since the table includes the new data. And the crowd goes wild. I know, right? Structured table references enable you to refer to selected regions within the table. The table's name refers to the whole table. Structured table references refer just to selected columns or rows, which comes in handy when writing formulas. Have you ever worked in a workbook that has a range of data and then over to the right you have a calculated column or series of calculated columns? You know how you have to sort of babysit those columns each month and fill them down manually if new data is added? Well, we can delegate that babysitting task to Excel. Tables automatically fill down calculated fields as new data is added. Tables also provide automatic totals, which you can toggle on or off anytime. Column label replacement. You know how when you scroll down a sheet that contains a large data range, you sort of lose track of which field is in which column? Typically, you might freeze the worksheet header in order to keep track of that. Well, when working with data stored in an active table, the standard column labels, A, B, and C, are replaced with the table's column headers as you scroll down, which is pretty nice.
This video is a production of Excel University.